Alright, so today we're going to be talking about meeting my features for this EP. For starters, I met El Sol, JG the Sun, I believe, at Ruthie Santiago's Early Bird Vegan open mic. So, I met Ambro, dude was really nice and, extremely supportive. And, I ended up paying $7 to perform at this open mic because I wanted to perform more than one song. But after my performance, I ended up meeting W. When I met VT, or when I met Ventrotech, I went to this rapper by the name of Futuristic's open mic called the You're Finally Found open mic. And when I saw VT, I just seen him pull up with a notebook just full of rhymes, and I was like, oh, this guy does it different. When I first met Ruthie, right, this was at a time where I was trying to find any and all open mics to perform at because I wanted to get open mic experience, but I could never find one. And, being introduced to Ruthie, but being raised in a single parent household, you see and hear a lot of things. For example, I saw my mom taking care of 3 kids by herself while she was taking care of her mother because at the time my grandma was dealing with diabetes, and so she had to go to dialysis and she had kidney problems. And so it got to the point where I remember she told me about this, one morning she actually got a phone call that her mom passed away, but she was in the middle of work and she had to deal with a rush pretty much by herself. And so, hearing shit like that, I'm like, damn, I don't know what I'd do if I was in her position. I legitimately don't know. I would lose my shit. I would crash out quite legitimately. And, and it's the main reason why, it's the main catalyst as to me chasing my dreams, because I remember I'd asked my mom one time, I was like, what did you want to do when you were younger? And don't give me no societal bullshit ass answer. What did you want to do? And she goes, I wanted to be a singer. And I was like, well, what stopped you? She goes, essentially fear of judgment stopped her. She was scared of what people would think. She was scared of people would say. And so because of that, she ended up hiding her voice. And so, yeah, it was one of those things where I remember one time my mom had also told me randomly one day, she goes, oh, your grandparents had history of going to bars and singing covers. And I was like, oh, so music has been in our family for generations. But the thing is though, I'm doing it differently because as far as my mom knows, I'm the very first one in my family to ever lay down vocals for a song and release it. I'm the very first person in my family to write lyrics. I'm the very first person to tell my story on an instrumental. And so now it's getting to the point where I'm being viewed as the artist of the family. And I'm like, hell yeah, it feels nice as fuck. And so I do not take my position lightly. I do not take the privilege that I have lightly. Yes, I've been through some things, but it still doesn't measure up to, and I don't want to compare, but whenever I'm going through hardships in my life, I think back to what my mom and her family had to go through, and I'm like, man, this ain't shit compared to what they went through. I can deal with this just fine. And so, yeah, it's just one of those things where I really do take a lot of pride, and I do take music and writing seriously. I really do. I pour my heart and soul into it. I even said it in the grand opening that I don't just pour my heart out when it comes to music. No, I drench that shit. And so that's essentially it.